What's the deal, Simply Funny Gang? It's your boy Gabe, aka Rewind.
What it do, Simply Crew? It's your girl Key.
And today, y'all, we back with another paternity court episode, y'all. Last video was cool. I think we did a try not to laugh, right? I think I won.
What?
We ain't gonna know. Y'all gonna have to go watch the last video and then come back and tell me who won the last video. I think it was me though. Obviously, right? But y'all, we back with another paternity court episode, y'all. It's gonna get juicy. We back at it again. So we ain't gonna no more talking, right? Right back into it. Yeah.
Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Strong versus McLean.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Strong, you've summoned the defendant, Ms. McLean, to court to prove that your husband did not father her 14-month-old daughter, Angel. You say 1 month ago, Ms. McLean calls you out of the blue and claimed Mr. Strong was her child's father and demanded he take care of her. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. McLean, you say your daughter is the product of a night of passion gone wrong, and you are certain Mr. Strong is the father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Strong, how did you and your husband land in court with a paternity dispute?
Your Honor, a little over a year ago, me and Ms. McLean got together. We were friends, wanted to do something for our birthdays. We had discussed doing a threesome, which it was something my husband had always wanted to do, and I figured if I did it with him, then...
You and Ms. McLean got together to talk about this?
Yes, Your Honor.
For your birthdays?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh my God, you guys can talk about it.
Okay.
So we went back to our apartment and discussed it with Mr. Strong, and he was resistant at first, but it happened.
You gotta be nice.
Had some drinks, music was playing.
Love everyone.
We had a threesome, had a good time that night.
But we gotta get on.
We discussed everything beforehand of what, possibilities could be.
What possibilities?
If she did get pregnant, of which we were under the understanding there was a medical reason she couldn't.
So before you all had this threesome, you set parameters?
Yes, Your Honor.
What were the rules?
It would always be the three of us, never separately. If a baby came out of it, we'd raise it together, the three of us.
You all were this thorough?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you get it in writing?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Strong, you were nervous at first.
That's right.
Why were you nervous?
Because prior to our first couple months of our relationship, I made a lot of bad decisions. And when she approached me with this conversation, I thought it was another setup.
Oh, you thought it was a setup? So you reluctantly agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
And then what?
I heard rumors about her being pregnant, but I was told it was her ex-boyfriend.
So wait, I want to understand, after this night, you just had this one night, or was it more than one night?
It was more than one night.
More than one night?
Tell the truth.
So you had more than one threesome?
Yes, ma'am.
How many more threesomes did you have?
We've had a total of 8 of them.
Eight
I've had
times?
8 of them since before my daughter's birth and after it.
Total?
2.5 to 3 weeks after we had our very first threesome, I found out I was pregnant.
And you said you had 8 of them?
Correct.
So you were still having threesomes with them through your pregnancy?
And after.
Okay. Mr. and Ms. Strong, when Ms. McLean came and told you she was pregnant, how did that conversation go?
I asked her if it was my husband's child, and she told me no.
I was in a relationship at that point in time.
Oh, while you were having the threesomes with them, you were in a relationship with somebody else?
Yes.
So did you assume it was his child?
We were, I don't know how to explain it. We were a very passionate couple, I guess. And we had intercourse a lot. So I'm not thinking, okay, maybe 1 or 2 times with them.
She doing too much.
No, 8.
Right. But
1 or 2 times before you found out you were pregnant.
Right.
Gotcha.
They would have been the dad. I thought the gentleman I was with at the time was the father, so I kept telling him, yeah, you're the dad. I mean,
It's the fact that
I thought they had an agreement that it was nobody else, right? So They said they don't want to involve nobody else, but she was dating somebody.
No, she meant like nobody. Like if it's all three of them, like he can't just go sleep with her without his wife.
Okay.
Like,
but I'm thinking I'm thinking they're like a 3-way couple. So y'all not talking about no one that's involved in y'all.
I just feel like
they should might as well do a couple thing because then it eliminates all these other extra options. Because if she just gets pregnant, then she knows where it's from. But I gotta remember, like I said, 2 videos again. Good girls don't come to paternity court. So you gotta remember that at the same time. So
that's nasty.
Right, I told you that it was not his child.
Okay, but she's not also mixed with African American either. So,
Hold on, catch me up. What am I missing?
the other possibilities are African American men.
And you don't believe Angel looks like she's African American?
Absolutely not. Not from the day she
But
was
to be
born.
honest with you, a white person and a black person can still have a white baby.
Hey, if she's trying to prove a point, she just proved it to me. She just threw me a whole different one.
What?
If she was trying to prove that the other dudes cannot be options, like that this is his baby, then she proved it. She proved her point.
I was about to say, because if the other men she slept with was black men, that
Yeah.
definitely is not that man's child.
Imagine if it was a black man's baby. Oh.
No, they can't.
They technically can, not to argue with you. Look
I have
up.
mixed nieces and nephews. and
What they can have
Is an albino, but still.
is a biracial child. So what I will say, you are correct, Miss
Imagine being
McClain,
him, bro.
that a black man
I'm black, but I
and a
can't.
white
I'm none of the
woman
black perks.
can make
have white
very
people, white people
fair-skinned
maybe.
children that appear almost white.
If
Happens
baby is
all
black.
the time. But Miss McClain,
That baby don't
you
appear
DNA tested the
to be white.
African American
That
man
baby
you were
is
dating,
white.
and
That baby
it was
does not
determined that
appear
he was
to be
not
white.
Angel's biological father, right?
Correct.
So, regardless of race, he's ruled out.
Yes.
So, Mr. and Ms. Strong, when do you realize this could potentially be your baby, Mr. Strong's baby?
I asked her when she was an infant and I seen her on the street and I was introduced to her for the first time.
Were you there at the hospital when the baby was born?
We didn't know the baby was born. We heard from a third party that she had her. We weren't even notified. And then a month ago, she sent me a message out of blue, needed my help with something and wanted Angel to have something to do with her dad. I said, what are you talking about?
Z, I just met the baby a couple months ago. I was at work when they brought her to see me.
Oh my God.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
Okay, I was trying to figure this out. Okay, so we're still down to they haven't persuaded me yet that this is not his baby. They haven't came out with any valid points.
Right.
What outside of the black guys or the other guys, wow, this is not his baby. So therefore, I think I'm on. I think this is his baby. So what you thinking? Like, so where you on Monday with this whole thing?
It's his baby. It's a white baby. It's a white man.
So you on the same type of time?
Yeah.
It's getting scary out here for bro. He's gonna be highly upset at the end of this, bro.
So wait, I want to understand this. So now, Ms. McClain, there was some point where the table shifted. Once you had your boyfriend tested and he was not Angel's biological father, you then shifted to believing it was Mr. Strong's child?
I did because in all reality, my daughter has a lot of Douglas's tendencies. Pulling on her ears when she's tired or she's frustrated, Douglas does it.
That's his baby.
His yabba dabba doo feet, the Flintstone feet that he has, my daughter has. His laugh, my daughter has that laugh.
But you had her tested as an infant. Why did we wait a year to find out she was a possibility?
I did not have her tested as an infant. I had her tested April 10th of this year.
Okay.
With the other gentleman.
But then you contacted us in June. There's like a whole gap there.
I haven't been around either. We were going back and forth to Chicago to all the doctors for her eye. She has a problem with her eye. It's a hemangioma. Her blood vessels grow too quickly in her eye. My daughter was more important than even contacting them.
So you said we'll deal with DNA issues later.
Correct.
Understood. But now you feel certain Mr. Strong is Angel's biological father.
I do.
So, Mr. and Ms. Strong, what type of relationship have you built with Angel?
The day they brought the kid to my work and we started hanging out, I did go out and buy a bassinet and some other baby stuff. Like she has clothes, food, toys, pretty much anything you can think of. I mean, I got it all within like 48 hours.
And you spend time with her?
Yes, ma'am.
Readily and frequently?
Whenever she brings her by.
When I get a chance to bring her by when I'm not going to the doctors myself.
Or she calls me and says, hey, come pick us up. Yes.
And you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're happy about that?
Absolutely. She has siblings, if this is positive, and they already call her their sister.
That's a beautiful little girl. You opened this case because you said
you want to be daddy part
you
two,
don't believe.
There's a 50-50 chance because I see a lot of features that could be mine, and then I also see a lot of features that aren't mine. See, I'm part Hispanic, so I mean, there's not many redhead people in my family. I mean, I do have a little bit of Irish in me.
Parenting.
But I mean, I'm just trying to be certain because I grew up without a father. So I mean, if I am a father, I do want to be there for her.
And so you do believe that there is a possibility, but you are not 100% certain.
Yes, ma'am.
And
I
you
just
are
want the reassurance that I am.
And because you grew up without a dad, you don't want to continue that cycle.
No, ma'am.
And so you have opened up your home and your hearts to this little girl.
Yes, ma'am.
And you as well, Miss Strong.
Absolutely.
And it's because you knew openly that you were going into this threesome situation and you all obviously weren't being responsible and using any type of extra birth control. Well, because Ms. McClain thought you couldn't get pregnant again.
She said she had an accident, which we knew about the accident that she couldn't have children from. That's what we looked at. Otherwise, we would have used other protection.
And so once Angel got here, you said this innocent little baby deserves nothing less than our love and our support, and we welcome her into our family.
Yes, Your Honor.
So wow.
My kids welcomed her with open arms, not even knowing. They treat her like that's their sister, no matter what.
And it seems like you have less doubt than your husband.
I look at the conception date. She's been telling me for, a year that she's not. But I went back to the time of conception, and she didn't leave my bed that night, so.
She didn't leave your bed?
No.
Why?
And she told us for a year that he wasn't the father, and that's the only reason we're here today. There would have been no question if she would have just came to us.
If she wasn't there.
This is something else.
Then she did it with her husband alone, or
It don't matter.
When's the
She
last
can't
time
get
the
her
three of
pregnant.
you
What is she
had a
talking
threesome?
for?
2 weeks ago.
I want to hear from
I would say 2 weeks and 3 days.
him. What does he have to say?
She said 2
weeks
weeks ago, and she said 2 weeks and 3 days.
To be exact,
To be exact.
2 weeks and 3 days.
Be mad at your husband.
Well, I
Don't be
hope
mad
you
at
all are
her.
using
Y'all
protection
invited
now.
her to y'all bedroom. That's something that y'all.
You smiling too. You're real happy about it.
But I'm also on 2 different birth controls.
And then no, invite people into your bedroom and then expect them not to act like the way she's acting. She's acting like she's entitled because she is.
But I'm saying,
You
but
did that.
you don't understand. Like so you wouldn't be mad if say you did that just happened and y'all came to an agreement, and the part of the agreement was.
She could have got pregnant when it was all
No, I'm
three
not-
of them.
no,
it doesn't
it's not
have
even-
to just be
not
her.
even-
This is fun for you, huh? Miss
No, it
Strong?
is not fun for me at all.
No, I'm talking about the threesomes.
I'd rather him do it with me than behind my back.
What'd you say?
I'd rather him do it with me than behind my back.
That's why she's upset.
Oh!
Okay.
What is she- I'm not
Before they made me look bad,
understanding,
most of the
like,
threesomes
what
were
are you
her idea.
justifying?
They were.
How
That's
she
what I
mad?
felt like.
That's what I'm saying. Like before I get looked like a jerk or something. Like
But every man has that thought in their head.
Oh, so this is getting interesting. So let me ask you this, Miss Strong, and this is just a question I want to know that has nothing to do with paternity, but I want to know. Are you engaging in the threesomes because it's something you really enjoy doing, or is it because you feel like my husband could go out there cheating and every man wants to be with another woman at some point, so I'll just keep it interesting right here in my bed and then I can control the situation?
Exactly.
And so if it's determined that Angel is your husband's biological child, what happens in your relationship? Does the dynamic get weird? What happens?
It's fine.
No.
But I'm just saying.
I have absolutely no issue.
But in this case, the three of you are intimate, and the baby was made with you in the bed.
When you let your husband willingly or unwillingly,
a gift from God is how I'm going to look at her because I just had cancer removed a couple months ago.
So you
He's never going to have a biological child from me.
decisions that you made.
Okay,
opened
so
that
there
door
are
for that.
also some other
She
medical
opened that door and
issues
said,
and
"Here,
extenuating
come lay in my bed with
circumstances
me and my
where you
husband."
feel
So
like
that's on
you are not
Whatever
going to be able to
happened
give
after that,
Mr.
whatever-
Strong
whether
any
it be
children.
I know I
STD,
can't.
Baby, that is on
After
you
your
because you invited her
medical
into your bedroom
yes,
with
issues.
no protection.
So if in
I can't
fact
feel
this
bad.
is his biological
I don't care
child,
that
you
she
welcome
bad.
it because Ms. McClain
on
would be able to
her.
give him the child you're unable to
You
give
let
him.
your husband
Absolutely, and he would be
willingly
able
sleep with another woman
to
with
have
no
a son
protection
and a
8
daughter, and that's
times.
all he's ever wanted. He treats my kids like they're his with no
I was just speaking
hesitation.
for it in terms of why she's upset
So
right now.
absolutely, I
was
would
saying I
take
figured
her
it
in
out
with open
why she's
arms
mad
and
in
raise
this
her.
moment. That's
He
what I
does
was
it for me, regardless if they were there before he was.
saying. Yeah. That's what I'm
We all three got together and made her together. We should raise her together.
Very forward thinking. Jerome, this is a first.
It certainly is.
One big poo-poo bladder.
All right, so Miss McClain, what are your hopes today? Are you hoping Mr. Strong
I don't even know.
is Angel's biological father so you can have this
like the only real
blended family? This is a new blended family. Here, this is a new blend.
I do hope that Douglas is Angel's father. I do hope that. So that way my daughter grows up the same way I grew up, with a mother and father. Whether we're together or not living in a house, my daughter will be able to see her father. That's one thing I will not keep from her, is her dad.
If in fact Mr. Strong is not Angel's biological,
I'm not going to cut him out of her life.
is there a real possibility he is not?
No.
Like, is there somebody else we haven't talked about today?
No.
So there's going to be no surprises when I open this envelope.
That's the rest.
No.
That's the wrong
All right, Jerome, let's get the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Strong versus McClain. When it comes to 14-month-old Angel McClain, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Strong, you are not the father.
I had a feeling, bro. He's a black guy. That's a black girl right there.
I'm sorry
That's a
to
black
have to
girl right
deliver
there.
that news, Mr. and Miss Strong. It seemed
She
like
black.
you were very happy at the thought of
She invited
having
to the,
Angel
there's
as
nobody
your
else.
little girl.
There was
But
nobody,
unfortunately,
there was no
you are
other
not her biological father. Ms. McClain, I asked you, would there be any
baby's black.
surprises?
No. I know, but I didn't even know the fact that the gentleman did a DNA test with my daughter.
Is. She is.
Oh,
she has
so
black, no matter how
he
you
did
wanna
the
rip it.
testing on his own and just
The
delivered the
only two-
news
the
to
only
you
other
that it
option
was
was a black
negative
man.
and he was not the biological
Yes.
father?
Correct.
Yes.
And you
That's a
trusted
black
that?
man. Yes.
Oh, it sounds
yes.
like you need to
That
go
is a black
get a hold of him
baby
again.
right there.
Whoever you were with, she deserves to know.
Can't be
I
happy.
know she does. You.
And we got
This-
your back.
You
We're
think
going to
this
be there. We're
doesn't
going to
tear
be
me
friends.
You said,
apart?
why does it matter? That's why it matters.
Do you really think it doesn't?
I know it
Do you
does.
think I want my daughter not to know who her father is?
No, I don't believe that at all.
See, I'm
That's why we're here.
No, but I didn't want to get attached to a kid that's not even mine.
Nice.
Ms. McClain, we're here for you as well. This is about Angel. We will administer the testing. We will help you find out who Angel's
Yes.
biological father is. She deserves to know, and
That's
I
a
can
black
see,
baby right
as
there.
you talked about, taking her back and forth to those
said there was
doctor's
no other
appointments and her
option.
having medical issues. You deserve to have
She was
the
lying-
full
she might have
medical
lied about it,
history
but
for
I
your
believe it.
child
That's like, until
to
she can
be able
prove
to
it's
give
not.
the doctors
She
so that they
also-
understand
Until y'all
fully
can-
how to help her, how to
But
treat
she lied
her,
about
She
that.
said
and how to
he was the
heal her.
option.
Mr.
She
and
didn't
Ms.
say
Strong,
guaranteed it was his baby.
But
Said
she-
he
I was
said-
fascinated by your
Said we're
testimony
not gonna
today.
have no
And I will
surprises.
say this. If you are going to continue having threesomes and continue
he's not the
having a
father.
sexual
But they also
relationship
established the other
together,
But she just
you need to
asked,
do
"Am I gonna
so
open this envelope
safely.
and get
other
Don't
dude
bring
was
anything in your house in
She
your
said
attempt
no.
to control a
Therefore, she
man
said
that can
this
kill you.
man
She was wrong.
her baby's dad.
That's woman to
She was
woman.
wrong. So
I
look.
dropped that dime. You can pick it up if you want.
She was
Court
just
is
wrong.
adjourned.
She didn't know that part. But look.
And clearly, she don't know a lot of parts.
But all I know is until you can show me who the other man is. That was a great episode.
You find me a white black baby with red hair.
Bro, that is a black baby right there. Until you can prove me different, y'all. I need y'all gotta tag her in the comments, cause that was great. Fantastic. She gotta explain this to me. Somebody got to. But until they do, they're probably not going to. Ooh, bars? A little bit? No? Sort of, kind of. But, you know how we... I'm forgetting something to get up out of. I'm trying to...
And don't forget to spread peace, love, and positivity.
Alright, y'all. We at...